Tonight at 5, as the UAW strike reaches day 11, we're seeing how Wisconsin communities are being impacted.
Plus, Madison police continue to search for the suspects of a drive-by shooting that left 3 teens hurt on the southeast side.
And it's the power of the future. Alliant Energy begins a new project that could make Wisconsin home to a new sustainable energy source. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. And new at 5, we have more details on how the UAW strike is impacting us here in Wisconsin.
Well, that's after workers at a Milwaukee facility walked off the job on Friday. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what the governor had to say about it today. Will?
Well, that facility in Milwaukee is among a series of plants represented by United Auto Workers that are striking against Ford, GM, and the company that now operates the Chrysler brand. This impacts roughly 100 union jobs at the Milwaukee facility, and Governor Tony Evers indicated his support for those striking workers. He reiterated that at an event in Milwaukee today.
Folks, years ago gave up a whole bunch of money and other things. Hopefully it'll happen. Hopefully it'll happen soon. I think UAW is a good organization. They're handling it correctly, and let's hope they get something done quickly.
Now, this comes as President Joe Biden is expected to visit Michigan on Tuesday to join a UAW picket line. Now, both the president and Evers say that the union gave back to the auto companies to keep them afloat and that those workers deserve to share in the company profits.
Will, thank you. Let's turn to weather now. Rain and thunderstorms are possible this week. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi has, it's raining on the weather patio. Hi, Gary.
Yeah, the rain is here. I just even heard a rumble of thunder behind me. So, yeah, both showers and isolated thunderstorms certainly in the forecast. Let's take a look at high-resolution Doppler radar. Not everybody's seeing rain right now, but there's a band of showers and thunderstorms that stretches from north to south, from north of the Dells to just west of Madison, down toward Monroe. The biggest group of showers and isolated thunderstorms now moving through southwestern Dane County and northern Greene County, from north of Monticello over toward Albany and Verona, and then eventually heading toward Madison and Middleton. Also to the north, some showers and thunderstorms north of the Dells over toward Mauston, Linden Station, and eventually heading up toward Adams. But 6-hour future track radar shows more showers and storms on the way. Again, not a complete, total washout, but we'll see showers and thunderstorms off and on for the next couple of days. Current temperatures, where it's raining, the temperatures have started to drop. Madison's dropped to 70 to the north and west, 64 right now in Black River Falls, 68 in Camp Douglas. Here in Dane County, 70 right now in McFarland, 71 degrees in Stoughton, and 72 in Edgerton. Look for cloudy skies, some scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms through the evening hours. Temperatures dropping into the lower 60s by late evening. Might even see some fog overnight. Later on, I'll tell you how much rain we can expect in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. New at 5, Madison police are investigating a report of shots fired between 2 vehicles. It happened in the 300 block of Refke Avenue just before 3 this afternoon. No injuries were reported, and as of right now, no one has been arrested. Anyone with information about that shooting is asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers, the number there at the bottom of your screen. Well, Madison police say they are continuing to investigate after a drive-by shooting near the city line with McFarland left 3 teenagers injured over the weekend.
Our Jalen Banks spent the day in the neighborhood talking to people who live there who are still feeling uneasy tonight, and he joins us now with more on what they had to say. Jalen?
Madison police say the shooting happened just after 11 p.m. Friday during a house party at the intersection of Myers Road and Crescent Alley
Lane, where they also found shell casings. Of the 3 victims, 2 of them were teenage girls, ages 15 and 16. The other was a teenage male, age 16. All 3 were able to make it to the hospital and were treated with non-life-threatening injuries. As for the community, there is a sense of concern. From what each person I spoke to said, this part of where everyone lives is relatively safe, but this shooting certainly raises some eyebrows.
It makes you feel unsafe because honestly, if it can happen here, it can happen in any neighborhood. That's how I feel.
Another resident shared with me that a big concern of theirs moving forward is the safety of children, because there are just 2 parks within less than a mile radius of where the shooting took place. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from MPD on the latest on the shooting and explain why some people in the area were uncomfortable going on camera with us.
We will see you at 6, Jalen. Thank you. Earlier today, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi proposed an additional $1.5 million in funding for Madison's first purpose-built men's homeless shelter. If approved, the funds would bring the county's contribution to $10.5 million. Parisi said the additional funding would go toward programming and services. A news release also mentioned backup power systems. The project was announced last year. The shelter is expected to hold a capacity of 250 people when it's completed. Our Call for Action team is taking your consumer complaints and getting you answers. In one of our more recent cases, a man says he was charged extra cash on his energy bill for services that he tells us he didn't use.
Our Catherine Merck explains how state law backs the energy company here and how you can avoid the extra cost. Catherine?
James Kostoris says he's been paying his bills to Alliant Energy on time for 2 decades. That's why he was surprised to get this extra charge. James said Alliant reached out to him about one of his 2 properties and 2 meters for those properties. When James got rid of one property, Alliant took away 1 meter. But he says Alliant never told him he would start getting charged more for the remaining meter. He's left frustrated paying for services he says he didn't use.
I said, so you're charging me for no usage of electricity, something I don't have and I haven't had for a long time, and you just found it because of an audit? And she says, yeah.
James ended up having to pay a bill for $300 in extra charges as a result. In an email, a communications spokesperson with Alliant Energy told me 150 other customers were impacted by that same audit and also owed some money. In this case, our team was able to help James figure out why the company was able to charge him this way for the bill. That's due to some legislation at the state level. I'm going to explain more about those laws and how Alliant Energy customers can look out for their own bill tonight at 10.
We'll see you at 10, Catherine. Thank you.
Well, if you need our Call for Action team to take action on your behalf, call our volunteers. They're in the building every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call the number right there on your screen, or you can submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action.
Janesville's police department is now under new leadership. The change comes after former Chief David Moore retired. Chad Pearson will serve as acting chief and will be responsible for the department's day-to-day operations. He used to be the former deputy chief. That position will be filled by Lieutenant Mark Ratzlaff. Moore retired last week after serving nearly 50 years with the Janesville Police Department. Our annual Coats for Kids donation drive continues today. We're partnering with Clinky Cleaners, Magic 98, and the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County to help families in need. You can buy items off of the Boys and Girls Club's Amazon wish list or donate your new or gently worn children's winter coats and accessories. Hats, gloves, scarves, snowsuits, snow pants, they're always very popular. Any winter gear will be accepted. They can be dropped off at any Clinky Cleaners location. Look for this story on channel3000.com. For more information, you can donate now through October 7th.
New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez plans to stay in office and is running for re-election, even though he and his wife are facing criminal charges. The two are accused of conspiracy to commit bribery, fraud, and extortion. A federal indictment alleges Menendez shared highly sensitive information about the U.S. Embassy in Cairo, sought to interfere in criminal prosecutions, and used his power and influence as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee in exchange for bribes. Senator Menendez denies those allegations.
I firmly believe that when all the facts are presented, not only will I be exonerated, but I still will be the New Jersey's senior senator.
Many are calling for the senator to resign. He and his wife, along with 3 co-defendants, will be in federal court on Wednesday. New at 5, the Biden administration has announced more than $1 billion in funding for rail infrastructure safety. That money will go towards 70 projects in 35 states. It comes after a series of high-profile rail accidents, including February's toxic Norfolk Southern derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. Officials say none of the funding will go to that community because there were no grant applications from the town. Time is running out for lawmakers to avoid a government shutdown.
Congress will return to the nation's capital to vote on a major spending bill tomorrow. If a deal isn't reached by midnight Saturday, the government is expected to at least partially shut down. The White House says Republicans agreed to a budget deal this past spring, but now House Republicans are trying to renegotiate. House GOP leaders say they won't vote for any bill without massive spending cuts. A shutdown could cost the economy $6 billion per week. Hollywood writers could go back to work as soon as this week after a tentative deal was reached with studio heads over the weekend. Ivan Rodriguez explains what's next.
A crowd of Hollywood writers burst into celebration as word spreads of a tentative agreement with the major studios.
We're trying to save writers' ability to pay their rent, to pay for a mortgage, to put kids through school, to save for a rainy day.
It's a significant turning point for the nearly 5-month-long strike. Days of marathon negotiating sessions began last week once the CEOs of 4 major studios actively joined the conversation.
I feel like they realize, like, oh, I actually need to be present and actually hear what the writers and our workers are saying, because I don't think they really thought we were serious.
The deal still needs to be ratified, but the WGA released a statement saying they could authorize members to return to work before that, when leadership meets on Tuesday.
All right, everybody.
Daytime and late-night talk shows will likely be the first to return to your screens, but most other major productions will have to wait for their actors. SAG-AFTRA, representing about 160,000 actors, also hit the picket lines mid-July. There is hope that the studio's agreement with the writers will also allow it to reach a deal with the actors.
This is a really significant window of opportunity these next couple of weeks. If we were able to get back to the table and talk, there's a small possibility you could get things into production before the holidays.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Economic losses from the writers and actors strikes are estimated around $5 billion.
Coming up, Gary has a complete look at our forecast.
Plus, how Alliant Energy is working to produce a greener source of energy.
On a much-needed day of gains on Wall Street, the Dow up more than 43. The Nasdaq adds 59.5. S&P sees its first gain in 4 days, up 17. And we'll be right back.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Mark, a little help here? Oh, keep it down. The noise is making them angry.
Whoa. Hey, I'm not a beekeeper, but I can replace these windows fast.
Feldco will be here for your home renewal needs. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and Saturday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Steinhafels is your sleep solution destination. Right now, you can get a Queen Beauty Rest mattress for only $3.99, or upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black Hybrid and pay just $51 per month when you use our 72-month financing. Plus, you'll get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Shop in-store or online at steinhafels.com. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
You need to lend a helping hand when you wake up. Just know that we're always there.
Dean Health Plan by Medica, right here with you.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
When a local utilities customer was charged for past electric bills without using any electricity, he made a call for action.
You could not get away with this stuff in any other business.
News 3 Now gets to the bottom of these energy bill issues tonight at 10.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes. But we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Wisconsin could soon be home to a first-of-its-kind sustainable energy source.
Alliant Energy says the Energy Dome will be a reliable, cost-effective, and simple solution to lowering human emissions. Our Kyle Pazorski joins us to explain how it all will work. Kyle?
What you're seeing behind me here is video by Energy Dome, which designed the system that shows CO2 going from one side over to liquid gas and then back to CO2. That discharge process you're seeing is what Alliant says will help power our grid in the future.
It's a strange-looking device, but very simple process.
That's what Mike Bremmel, Alliant Energy's Director of Engineering and Customer Solutions, calls the Energy Dome.
All of the equipment is off-the-shelf equipment, and the process only uses 2 thermodynamic changes, so it's a reliable and cost-effective and simple solution.
Simple to Bremmel, who's been with Alliant for 20-plus years, but for most, the odd-looking device looks out of this world. Italian company Energy Dome designed the system. They say it takes carbon dioxide and compresses it down to a liquid form.
When the liquid is released into gas, that produces the energy as it transitions.
Bremmel says other renewables like solar and wind have certain deficiencies. When there's no wind, no power can be generated. No sunshine, no energy. Currently, Alliant's coal-powered Columbia Energy Center is filling in for our energy needs when renewables are not available. He says the Energy Dome will
be able to fill the gaps when you don't have the energy production from the intermittent renewable energy resources.
Alliant's goal is to one day achieve net zero carbon emissions. Their CEO saying in a statement, the Columbia Energy Storage Project is just one way we are investing in the communities we serve while building a stronger, smarter, and more sustainable energy future. Now, the question you're probably asking, will this lower my energy bill? An Alliant representative tells me that, unfortunately, they can't determine if the Energy Dome will contribute to lower energy prices for you and I, saying many factors go into our bills, but that's just not one source of energy. $30 million for the project is coming from a federal grant by the Department of Energy.
Kyle, thank you. As September comes to a close, it's time to start thinking about your favorite autumn activities like apple picking, but since this summer's severe drought, can we expect enough apples? Well, research shows that droughts can lead to premature fruit ripening and dropping, meaning there can be less fruit to pick after the hotter, drier months like we saw this summer. But local apple growers say have no fear. The apples are red and delicious as ever.
I can't say I have any measurements to back up this claim, but I'd say on average the fruit might be 10% smaller than normal. You know, it's kind of, we've been getting pretty steady rain here in the later part of the fruit production season. Being in the last month is when they tend to swell up with water. So we've been, we're catching up on that front.
Other than a batch of slightly smaller apples and fewer Honeycrisp than last year, Eichster's Farm Market says they are running as well as any other year. Well, let's get a look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti in from the raindrops.
Yeah, the fall looks like it's going to stay relatively quiet, at least as far as any major weather systems are concerned. So that's not going to bring a lot of precipitation. Three-month temperature outlook for October, November, December, last 3 months of the year, calling for above normal temperatures, basically north and east of Madison through the Gulf Coast and out west. Precipitation expected to be above normal through the southeastern part of the country. Also below normal precipitation just to our east and then also across the Pacific Northwest. Now the outlook for winter, which is the months of December, January, and February, calling for above normal temperatures through about the northern third of the country. Average temperatures elsewhere, that's mainly because the storm track is going to be shifted farther to the south. So that means the heavier the normal precipitation expected to be through Texas into the southeastern part of the country. That's good news there because this part of the country is under a drought. Unfortunately for us, we're also under a drought and below normal precipitation is expected as a jet stream in a pattern like this, an El Nino weather pattern, splits, so it brings a lot of moisture off the Gulf of Mexico into the southeastern part of the country. The northern branch of the jet stream stays to the north and keeps all the major weather systems away from us. So that's something we have to watch out for. High-resolution radar right now seeing some heavier showers and isolated thunderstorms over southwestern Dane County heading up toward Madison. These storms will be in Verona by about 5:32, Fitchburg by about 5:35. Expect some brief heavy downpours, but not a lot of lightning out there. And you can see the areas of red where the heavier rain are moving through, at a decent enough speed that we're not looking for any concerns about flooding. You can see south of Dane County some heavier showers and thunderstorms around Freeport and northern Illinois. Those will head toward Broadhead, Orfordville, south and west of Janesville. And then again, these showers and storms up around New Glarus will be tracking into Dane County, closer to Madison. And then north of Madison, around Prairie du Sac, Sauk City, seeing some showers and storms. That'll take those up toward Baraboo and Reedsburg. Also some storms north of the Dells moving into Juneau and Adams counties. And guess what? More showers and storms in eastern Iowa. They'll be moving into southwestern Wisconsin from Prairie du Chien southward through much of Grant County. You can see some storms heading over toward Cassville and Grant County. Over the last 12 hours, most of the rain has been east of Madison, but you can see these pockets of heavier rain of up to about a half-inch in those spots that have gotten them already. Most of the rain has been a little bit lighter, but you can see 6-hour future track radar. Some more showers and storms off and on through the evening hours. Planning your night, showers, isolated thunderstorms through the evening, overnight hours, temperatures dropping into the lower 60s. There'll also be some areas of fog as well. Rainfall amounts probably between about a half-inch and an inch over the next, say, 48 hours through early on Thursday morning. Some areas could pick up over an inch that get a heavier shower or thunderstorm. Planning your night in Dane County, 63 for the low in Fitchburg, 63 in Sun Prairie. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, low temperature 62 in Monroe and 63 in Janesville. Tomorrow up to 70, and guess what? More showers, isolated thunderstorms. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures get into the 70s once the rain ends, and you see by the weekend temperatures up around 80 degrees. That carries into early next week, and then another chance for a shower or thunderstorm about Wednesday of next week. As we check out first warned traffic right now, you can see the Beltline. Some minor delays on the westbound side around Fish Hatchery Road. You can see the eastbound Beltline, a 22-minute trip, westbound a 16-minute trip between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, no problems on I-3990 towards Janesville or US 12 Middle into Sauk City. Downtown to Sun Prairie is a 20-minute commute. That's your news for now. First warned traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says El Nino could make our winter mild here in the Midwest. We haven't felt El Nino during winter in years. It happens when ocean temperatures are warmer than normal for an extended period of time. Experts say the South could see wetter and cooler weather, while the North becomes drier and warmer. Historically, El Nino leads to milder winters in the Pacific Northwest, the Plains, and here in the Midwest. Well, still to come tonight at 5, how drought conditions and lower water levels in the Mississippi River could impact food prices. That story is coming up next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. During September, there is a 1 in 3 chance the lightning ball strikes a set of 2 plays on Megabucks. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes! Everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Mississippi River is expected to drop to historic lows in the days ahead because of the extreme drought.
This is quite a story. Laura Aguirre tells us the river is one of the nation's most vital waterways, of course, providing transportation for major food supply chains and also drinking water for millions.
The mighty Mississippi, weakened by months of blistering heat and low rainfall, now vulnerable to a new threat. Saltwater intrusion.
We don't believe that there's sufficient precipitation in the near term anywhere along the Mississippi River to materially change the conditions for the better.
With no significant rain relief in sight, experts say a saltwater wedge from the Gulf of Mexico will push upriver and could mix with drinking water systems in places like New Orleans. To mitigate the risk, Louisiana officials and the Army Corps of Engineers will start delivering millions of gallons of fresh water to at-risk treatment facilities from plants located above the saltwater wedge.
That water then can be combined with water at the treatment facilities to create a mixture that is safe for treatment.
Engineers also plan to add 25 feet to an existing underwater levee, or sill, designed to slow the saltwater wedge's progression north temporarily.
Without significant rain in the immediate future, the augmented saltwater sill will too be overtopped.
Louisiana's governor declared a state of emergency to tap federal assistance earlier this month and announced plans to send shipments of bottled water to New Orleans.
We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we're bringing every resource to bear that is reasonably necessary to help us deal with this challenge.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
New Orleans officials anticipate the city will see effects of saltwater intrusion in late October, according to a release there from the mayor's office in New Orleans. We'll be right back. Final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Hi, my name is Kyle Wonkel, and this is my John Deere. We farm corn and beans, wheat. It's my dad, 2 older brothers, and me. What makes Sloan stand out is just I feel like they've always had our back. 5 o'clock at night the other night, I had an issue with my tractor, called our AMS guy, and he was there, and he did not leave until he got me fixed, and he was there pretty late that night. But I was impressed that he didn't care what time it was, he just got on the road. It's what I love, it's what I know, and I don't ever want to change.
This is Matt Gunderson, and this is Elmer, our canine cuddle ambassador, here to provide good-natured, loving, fuzzy support to further our level of personal care. Someday you might meet Elmer as we assist you with an individual life celebration.
When it's time to remodel your home, lean on the experts at Brothers Maine for all things appliances. As Madison and Janesville's local appliance authority since 1938, our experienced staff will make your project easy from concept to completion. Better than big box, Brothers Maine has a larger selection, lower prices, and professional advice to bring your vision to life. On time and on budget. From sales to install, we do it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Get 11% off at Menards and add style and function to your home, where the perfect fixture can spotlight your newfound skills in the kitchen, where the right pendant takes daily dinner from basic to brilliant, and where your decorating choices are all of a sudden illuminated. With Patriot Lighting, your lighting becomes a reflection of your personal style. Pick up this Brooklyn pendant light for only $59.98 after 11% rebate. Get 11% off Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21, no matter what.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get up to $6,500 off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on October 5th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, major highway danger. Semi-trucks parked along ramps pose a deadly threat to drivers. What's being done to expand parking for trucks and prevent those crashes? An eye-opening story tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Well, next month, here it comes. Culver's famous Curter Burger is returning. You can get your hands on one. That story and much more coming your way next hour on News 3 Now at 6. Gary's back. One final look at the forecast.
Yeah, raining out there right now. The live view from the WISC-TV Skycam got some showers moving on through, but the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam showing a little sun peeking on through. So, you know, what's happening where you live isn't necessarily what's happening where everybody else is. You can see some heavier showers now around Belleville, heading up toward Mount Horeb and Verona, across the rest of southern Wisconsin. Another batch ready to move toward Prairie du Chien.
All right, CBS Evening News is next. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.